It really is appreciate that you're here. What we wanted to try and do is bring like-minded people from the events industry, from all sorts of different people, from venues, from agencies, from associations, from corporate clients, some freelancers as well. We wanted to get everyone's opinion in this because it's I converted completely from live events to virtual and representing virtual platforms. And the question I've got is, quite frankly, did I back the wrong horse? And are we going back to live? Or is it something that was going to be here to stay? And I wanted to really get input from everyone, really. So your engagement today is really appreciated, both online and also here in the room. So firstly, I'm going to pass over to Rachael, to tell us what an amazing destination London is, why everyone should bring their live events here, and more importantly, why London is the centre of the universe. There you go, Rachael, over to you. Come on up. Little clicker for you.
Technology was boiling already.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, first step, didn't trip over on stage. That's a good start. Hello, everyone. I'm Rachael. I'm from London Convention Bureau. It's great to see so many of you in the room. Also slightly intimidating. Don't feel like I do this enough anymore. So as Stuart said, I'm just here really to tell you about London Convention Bureau and how London has adapted over the pandemic, how London can be a good backdrop for your hybrid events, but also going back to live, depending on what your delegates are comfortable with and what you're looking to achieve with your events. So I'll start just by telling you a little bit about London Convention Bureau. So we're a part of London and Partners, which is the business growth and destination agency for London. But as the CVB, we offer services such as full venue finding, planning toolkits and promotional materials, and we assist with site inspections and accommodation searches. More broadly than that, which might be of interest to planners in the room, is we can offer you access across sector expertise for speakers, insights, and sector experts, essentially. The sectors for London, London is a multicultural, multifaceted hub in lots of areas of industry. But our real key focuses are finance, business, tech. Obviously, we're all here kind of engaging with new technology. London's a real hub for that. Creative industries, urban, innovation and life sciences. So if your events span across any of these sectors, then we can help to support you and elevate your event by connecting you to these industries. So talking about virtual London, obviously, I'm really passionate for live, particularly London as a backdrop for live, but London has innovated and changed to support virtual and hybrid events. And I'm just going to touch on a couple of venues that have done so really well, that might surprise you actually in terms of what they offer. So whether you love it or loathe it, the brutalist architecture of the Barbican is a great backdrop for your virtual events. They've actually built enhanced and adapted offerings for hybrid with add-ons such as vision mixing and branded websites for your event. Church House Westminster, another kind of more historic venue, has 19 versatile event spaces, flexible for hybrid and virtual event studios. So it's got award-winning in-house AV. So obviously AV for your virtual events, pretty crucial. So they're a good one to go for. The event technology is scalable and customizable for virtual attendees of up to 10,000. So you're really maximizing your reach. The Science Museum, a multifaceted modern space. I actually love Illuminate. If you've not been, I encourage you to get down there. Multiple rooms for simultaneous events, both live, hybrid and virtual. Moving on to more iconic venues, Tobacco Dock, always hugely high-tech. It's got 2 high-spec hybrid studios with luxury seating, premium stylings and HD quality equipment. I hope that means more to you than it does to me. Lots of tech jargon there. So with 16,000 square metres to play with, there's plenty of space for both virtual, hybrid, live events. And Twickenham, the home of rugby, you can offer full-scale broadcast lighting rigs, cameras and broadcast media within multiple spaces 7 days a week. And then finally, the Royal Lancaster has actually gone one step further and they've converted an area in their Westbourne suite to a high-tech broadcasting studio. It's a little bit of an unknown at the moment, a bit of a hidden gem, so I just wanted to mention that. And then obviously, as we experience today, the Renaissance St Pancras has, the full capabilities in a historic setting, an iconic London venue to host your virtual events. But London Live, as we all strive to get back to live, I just wanted to update you on some of the new openings that have happened over COVID. London definitely did not stand on its laurels, and we really innovated and invested over the pandemic. London at a glance, obviously, if you've got an international delegation, it's so important to get everybody here. With 6 international airports and over 400 direct flights, air travel is key into the city. And also, as we've discussed, the Eurostar, as A2Z was in Paris last year, we're now in London, so that's good connections, particularly being where we are connected to the train station. And then for newly opened hotels, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of these already, but we've got the Londoner, the Pan Pacific, Nobu Portman Square, hugely luxurious hotels with great live event capabilities. The Canopy by Hilton London City, there's a huge amount of investment in the east of London, and the Canopy is really, really beautiful if you want to get out there and have a look. Mayfair Townhouse, so bougie and boutique in Mayfair, or you've got Fairmont Windsor Park, which is slightly outside of London, but we still count it, a really great hotel for live events. For the renovations that happened over COVID, we've got the Hilton London Metropole, a huge conference space. The Carlton Tower Jumeirah, another luxury hotel, and the Dilly has had a complete facelift, so definitely worth considering for your live events moving forwards. And then new and upcoming venues, from Woods Quay, which sits on the Thames and overlooks all of the iconic skyline. You've got Convene, which is, coming over from America, a really great modern event space for you. And the Outernet, which is something new and different, set in the West End, really high-tech, amazing, multifaceted venue, definitely worth checking out as well. Brand new. I think they're swamped with inquiries at the moment, but definitely worth checking out. So as we look forward to 2022 and beyond, this just shows that London is still relevant, still investing, still innovating in their event scene. We've got the Peninsula and the Raffles London, the two hotels coming to London, which I'm really excited about, and the Chancery Rosewood, which is in the old American Embassy building. The Admiralty Arch Waldorf Astoria, what an amazing, iconic venue for a hotel. So that just gives you a bit of insight into the new things coming. The Art Hotel in London Battersea. Battersea's had a huge amount of regeneration. The power station is a huge multifaceted complex now. We've even extended the tube line on the Northern Line so that you can get to Battersea easily. So all good things, all exciting changes that are happening in London here, which will really support both your live and hybrid events. I just wanted to touch on an ethos that I'm personally really passionate about, and London's Convention Bureau is really passionate about, and that's sustainability within the events industry. So London CVB has actually just launched a sustainability planner toolkit so that you can weave that kind of eco-conscious element into your event. We'll support you in terms of tapping into the London sustainability ecosystem, also how to repurpose food and work with partners to redistribute waste and reduce that waste. And also just other handy tips and pointers to make your event more eco-friendly, which I think as we move to more hybrid events, I think that's something that is on everyone's mind a little bit more as well. So that's it from me for today. I'll hand over to Christina from the Renaissance St Pancras. But if you have any questions about anything that I've spoken about today, please do come and find me and have a chat. I love to talk about London. Thank you.